Here we go. Saturday afternoon. Going back to pretty close to the same exact spot, but not the same exact spot as I started the first day. Got some snow. Much more powdery this time, so not going to be that loud getting into the stand. Do have a pretty good walk ahead of me, but that's okay. And we're still pretty much go big or go home, not shooting any tiny ones, just because we're not. Looking for that big boy. Maybe wind up popping a doe tomorrow, just to make sure we got plenty of deer meat in the freezer. But it's been a pretty full and fun hunt so far. Last night a couple of the guys got deer, so that was good. They're going to have full freezers with their does. And I'm still on the look for Mr. Big. We'll see what happens. Here we go. We've made it to my buddy Jeff's favorite stand. He calls it the moat, because it's usually underwater, and this is a high piece of ground here. I got here right at 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon, and it's the only other place where the bucks that I've been trying to hunt have been showing up. So he said, you know what, why don't you go sit in my tree, which means I have to take back every bad thing I ever said about him. Well, Saturday's hunt is over. Got one guy got a nice little buck, and I saw a spike and a fawn.
What's that?
So no big one for me today. Still have tomorrow. Remember, as long as you're in the game, you're still in the game. Don't give up. Hunt till the last minute.
Sunday morning, last day of the extended rifle season down here. The score is 2 antlerless deer down, 1 weird looking cull buck 7-pointer, and all we have is this morning and this afternoon. Question is, where do I go this afternoon? Do I go somewhere and hunt where I might get another doe for the freezer? Or do I stick with the go big and or go home? I guess we're going to figure that out in a while. A couple of the guys are leaving today. After that, it'll just be me and Jeff. Then we're going to close up the camp tomorrow for the year, and that'll be it. So we got one hunt left, and we'll see if we can bring it home. Talk to you later.
This morning's breakfast brought to you by Dinty Moore. That's right, beef stew of the deer hunter. Yeah, I think we're going to warm this up. Stick to the ribs kind of food. That's right, live action footage of the stew in the microwave warming up. Brought to you by Dinty Moore. Hey, look, I know it's cheesy, but what else have I got?
Nice sized body.
Yeah, definitely a nice sized body deer.
And I ain't eating the horn, so.
No.
Well, here's your midday Saturday update. I'm not going to lie, okay? These deer have been everywhere I'm not. If I sit in stand A, deer shows up at stand B. If I show up at stand B, they show up at stand C. The nice thing is, and when I'm saying they, I'm talking about the bucks that I'm looking for. I'm seeing deer, nothing great, but seeing some deer. So that part is good. But these deer are so sporadic right now that there's no pattern that I can see. I've got bucks showing up that haven't been on camera in months, which is good. But I gotta tell you, this is not an easy hunt. It's not a hunt where you go out and sit there and one just walks up to you. You know, which is good. It should be a challenge. So I'm going to figure out where I'm going this afternoon, and it's the last day. Got to be in it to win it. Well, getting dressed Friday afternoon. I'm going to start heading back to the stand. It's nice and early. This is it, last shot. See what happens. I know they're around. I've got pictures of them. Last day. Decided to hunt the same spot I hunted yesterday. Got in relatively early, as quiet as possible, which isn't very quiet on this crunchy snow. Hoping I have time for things to calm down. Wind is a lot lighter today. It's a little warmer today. Maybe the deer will move good. Only downside is I did slip. I just don't know whether I whacked my scope or not, but I don't think I did. So we'll see what happens tonight. It's about 4 o'clock. Prime time. Unfortunately, I just got a text. The deer I'm hunting is dead. Neighbor got him this afternoon. It happens. Still gonna sit here and finish the night. It's right around the end of shooting time. I know the light's bad. I just had a beast of a buck walk up to me. Problem was, he had one antler. One big 4-point antler. I was really tempted to let him have it. I really was. I couldn't shoot him with one antler. I probably should have. I know I could have. I just didn't. What a buck.
Classic movie night tonight at a camp. Looks like it's Dumb and Dumberer. Or maybe just Dumb and Dumber. I'm not sure. But that's it. Season's a wrap. We got tonight. It's going to take off tomorrow. Well, the season might be over, but here we are, day after season closed, and doing some scouting, following some deer trails in the snow, which we rarely have. And look what we come upon. Pretty cool little spot. Deer trails going all through it. Great spot to set up for next year. Wouldn't have been able to do it without following the trails in the snow. Still following deer trails. Need to go wherever they go. And don't worry, if the deer trail is not going in the direction you needed to go for the wind, keep following it until it turns. A lot of times there'll be a spot where you can set up and have the wind in your favor. Let's see what we're coming up on. It's like a cool little opening they pass through. Tell they're walking through it really good. Wow. Just like that. Trail turns that way. Another little fork in the trail there. Looks pretty good in here. Well, that's it, folks. Last box, last camera. It is officially a wrap for the hunting part of the season, but now we get on with the part of the scouting. So really, the season doesn't have to end if you don't want it to end. Plus, you learn a lot more about the deer. Deer camp is been good times, some not so good times. A little letdown when I found out the buck that I was hunting got killed. And then a little bit of a bright spot when one antler guy walked up to me. And it was a win in some situations because, well, it was a mature buck. He came into easy range. I could have shot him. Some people will say I should have shot him, but I didn't shoot him, which is okay too. Not always about the kill. Nice to get one, but not always about killing one. Hey, till next time, I'm Steve.